you got yourself a 110 and you want to make it adult friendly. The MiniRacer Adult Essentials kit has everything you need at an awesome price point. A set of MiniRacer Factory Series handlebars and a set of black full waffle grips. A billet full-size throttle tube, shorty front brake lever, extended throttle cable and extended brake cable, folding gear shift lever, so shift shaft brace or rim lock. Full-size Footpegs, our heavy-duty fork springs. D&M heavy-duty shock. We're going to start up here in the cockpit and we're going to remove the stock handlebars, cables and other accessories. So stock handlebars and accessories are all off. We've installed and routed our new extended throttle and brake cables. So at this point, it's the perfect time while we've got full access to the top of the forks to install our heavy duty fork springs. We're going to install these springs today without taking the forks out of the bike, which makes this process super easy. A quick note, if your bike has a few hours on it, it's always important to service your suspension. So this might be a perfect time to get those forks out, drain the oil and freshen it up. This bike's pretty fresh, or if it's off the showroom floor, you don't need to do that. We're just going to pop the caps off, take out the stock springs and spacers, drop in our heavy duty springs, and this thing will be good to go. Now we're using a magnet to pull these out, but you can use a hook or a screwdriver or anything else. It just makes the life a little bit easier. Cables are all routed, new billet throttle tube's on, so it's time to install the bars. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to slide our stock kill switch housing back on and followed by the throttle tube. One thing to note with our bar kit is using this billet throttle tube, you've got enough room on your handlebars to still keep your kill switch assembly and your front brake. So there's no need to relocate anything. Everything goes back in its stock position. So we've got our shorty front brake lever, which we're installing now. You can see by running your extended cables in the original routing, we've got throttle housing, starter block assembly, and brake lever, all able to fit on our factory series handlebar. Options obviously with the grips to glue, wire, or anything else. We're just throwing a bit of glue on these and they're good to go. Okay, so to install our rear shock, we're going to remove the seat, both of the side plastics, the exhaust, and we're going to undo the fuel tank, and we're just going to shuffle it out of the way to give us access to the top shock mount. Okay, so we're just going to remove these two rear tank mount bolts, which will allow us to shuffle the tank to the side, get to our top shock mount bolt, get this OEM rear shock out. So before we install our D&M shock, there's a very easy and simple mod we have to do to the standard frame. So you see just here, I point with the file, there's two little tabs. We just need to knock around 3 to 4 mil off them just to make sure there's enough clearance for the new shock. So you can do it with a Dremel or other tools like that, but it's super easy to do with hand tools. So today we're just going to do it with a basic hand file just to show you how easy it is. Enough clearance so it doesn't touch your frame, and we're good to install. Okay, so our handlebar kit and our suspension kit are now both installed in the bike. So we're going to move to the rear wheel and install a rim lock. Installation involves removing your tyre, drilling a hole to install the rim lock, and then reinstalling your tyre. If you're not confident using a set of tyre levers and a drill to do it yourself, this is a super easy mod that any bike shop can do for you very quickly and inexpensively. Time to put the finishing touches on this build. So we're going to install a set of these MiniRacer Satellite Series stainless steel full-size foot pegs. You can see comparing to the stock OEM ones straight away, you've got more width and more overall surface area to provide a good stable platform and plenty of grip. So the Satellite Series foot pegs come complete with all the mounting hardware you need. So new spring, pin, and split pin. And that's our foot pegs installed. The last two items that we want to install are our MiniRacer Factory Series folding gear shift lever and our shift shaft brace. So these are two items that are absolutely essential on any CRF 110. So while the gear shift is off the bike, we're going to install our shift shaft brace. These are absolutely essential as the shift shaft on these bikes is prone to bending. You can not even have a crash, just maybe ride the thing through a rut and get some pressure on the gear shifter and it'll bend this shaft. So this is an item that we recommend every bike from brand new receives as a first mod. And finally, we're going to install our MiniRacer Factory Series folding gear shift lever. So this shifter is about 5mm longer, space for bigger feet. And it also has a folding tip, which is super imperative when you tip the bike over in ruts, etc., to stop it from either bending the whole shift shaft and the lever or catching. Just like that, our MiniRacer Adult Essentials kit is installed. We've got heavy duty suspension, tall handlebar kit, foot pegs, shifter, shift shaft brace and a rim lock. This CRF 110 is now adult proof.